Hello, I'm Mark W., and welcome to part 3 of my complete playthrough of an entire Legend of the Red Dragon, aka Lord, tournament on the Realm of Serion BBS. Played from April 2020 through July of that same year. Realm of Serion is a really fun and friendly place to play Lord in other BBS games as well, and they even offer real life prizes. I can vouch for them because I won a few myself, including the mouse I'm using right now. So being that this is part 3 of the whole tournament, this video might not make a lot of sense if you haven't watched parts 1 and 2 already, so links should be on screen if you'd like to go back and check those out first. So let's do a quick recap of what happened in part 2. Last time in part 2 we played through days 3 through 13, so we should be up to 14 now. And we climbed up our character to level 8. The player rankings at the end of the video were something like what you see here, and without further ado, let's begin. Day 14. Who kills me today? Syntax error kills me today. This may sound like I'm doing terribly, but like I said before, it doesn't really matter that much if somebody kills you, as long as you don't lose like gold and stuff. Um, it, in a level like level 8, it is a bit of a slog to get enough experience, but with enough time, the right kill opportunity will arise. You can kill another player, and just keep going through the fights, forest fights. When you're really in trouble, though, and this can happen, is if you are not gaining enough experience in your forest fights and you are dying daily, and the loss of experience is greater than what you're gaining in the forest. That doesn't happen too often. It can happen more often if the fighting is due to dying in the forest. It looks like I decided to. No, I ran away from Vidian again. I thought I was fighting him. So it looks like I have, 2.3 million gold in the bank. That's good. A well-timed money doubler will be really helpful very soon. Just getting millions upon your millions is really cool. 2 extra forest fights. No such luck with the money doubler today. So I used to run these tournaments of Lord on my friend Jack ran a BBS running the World Group server, formerly known as Major BBS, and it had a special version of Lord called T Lord. T Lord was Tournament Lord. I think traditionally Lord didn't support tournaments. In other words, players compete to beat the dragon so many times. But in this version of Lord, which is from 2000, it does support that. But in general, Major BBS / World Group, it was like different from door systems. It was like integrated into the BBS software, like any game you played, such as T-Lord. It was like a plugin specific to Major BBS. So it was like a different beast than a door game. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's okay. You can ask me in the comments if you want. I don't want to get into the whole thing of what is a door versus a game for Major BBS or whatever. But yeah, I used to run the tournaments. I would have 2 side by side, I believe. Again, a lot of the players were like, "Give us 99 fights a day." It sounds nice because it's like, "Yay, more Lord!" But there is something nice about restraining the forest fights. Each fight means more, and you're not just hitting the A button like for a half hour a day. Going through the attacks. And what I mean by each fight means more is, well, if you have 99 fights in a day, right? If something gives you a bonus fight, a single fight, like the Jenny code for that, is one fight on top of 99 really a big deal? No. But I think I tended to eventually gravitate towards one tournament where I would have a lowish number of fights, like 25 or 30, and another where I would let the people decide on something crazy like 99. Anyway, here we are at day 15. I've been attacked by Crystallis, who killed me. What a world. Getting killed every day. I have, what is it, 103,000 I need to level up. Dead bird with a scroll. Fortress Lytics. Wrong. I guess you could make the case with 99 fights in a day. If you die, you're missing out on a lot of fight opportunities. And another thing you can configure as the sysop is number of player fights in a day. Here we are with Rundorig. I was pondering to use a move or not, a thieving move, and I did. I think I did. I might have just gotten lucky with a power move. So yeah, I'm trying to think what my main goal is at the moment. I think I'm trying to just save tons of gold and have it pay off in spades by buying a really huge upgrade of my weapon and armor. I may be going for the 10 millions, as crazy as that sounds. But with a couple of, several days of saving and a couple of well-timed money doublers, it's totally feasible. I'm at currently how much money? I think it said 3.2 million. I did not get the money doubler. I got 2 extra fights. And again, it looks like I was taking the hedge your bets strategy. So somewhere roughly in the middle of the fighting for the day, I went to Seth Abel the Bard. Let's see what I do here. Ask for a blessing? Yes, I do. You're refreshed. It's kind of a meh outcome. King Vidian, I run again. Okay. Trading a gem. Do I kill anybody? It looks like I'm just picking on magic again, probably. Now, I am not picking the other heavy hitters like the other guys higher up on the rankings. I'm not doing that because I'm kind of low on, I'm kind of underpowered for now because I'm doing my main strategy of saving money. So following that strategy, you do have these little pockets of time in which you are beat up quite a bit. But I like to say it pays off quite a bit as well. In the longer term. I thought somebody got killed by King Vidian today. It's like at level 8, just King Vidian is murdering everybody. Returning to the mundane world, and now on to day 16. Low spirits today. Oddly okay killed me. It looks like Tentacle is on level 10. So the wheels are turning in my head at the moment. There is one level, I think it's 10, that's like obnoxiously dangerous, and it's usually best to skip it entirely. I'll have to look up my notes or the wiki just to confirm that. But there's one level that's usually advised to not even go there. I think it's 10. And if I recall correctly, it might be the case that Tentacle gets stuck there for a really long time because you're just not, it's like the whole thing. It's about how much money and experience do you earn versus the risk. And if I recall correctly, 10 is the one where it's like so dangerous and they don't really scale up the experience and gold quite enough for it to be worth even hanging out in that level. Ooh, I fought against, what happened there? Did I run every time and I failed? So I found King Vidian. I think I ran every time, but I got killed. Or did I get cocky and try to fight him at first and then I tried to run? Let's see. King Vidian. No, I tried to run. I failed once. I failed twice. I failed 3 times, and he killed me. So sometimes that just happens. Your run chances are how successful you are at running. I don't know the exact odds, but I think it's better than 50-50. I would say probably 75% chance of running away successfully. Again, I can look that up in the wiki. But, it just happens sometimes. You can fail multiple times in a row. So onward to the next day, day 17. Hopefully this is a better day. As you can see, it is getting dangerous. in the world of Lord. Skip the old man. Sorry, old man. You need to pay me more money next time, old man. I have a larger goal here, and that's killing the dragon more times faster than everybody else. I don't know. It's kind of funny. The game makes no sense. It's basically the village being attacked by this dragon, and it's funny that each player can kill it numerous times. I mean, I guess if you play with one dragon kill to win, it makes more sense, sort of. So I went to Seth Abel again to hedge my bets. I got an extra user battle, which is not so great, but okay. Oh well. It looks like this level 8 I was kind of stuck at for a bit. But accumulating wealth, and that's what matters. So I have a feeling I'm going to look like I'm really not keeping up with the other players. But then I'm going to have a sudden boom. I'm hoping it turns out that way. Land's Beast. Here's a whole poem written by Maverick here. Let's check it out. I rewound a little bit. Maverick says, this must be a song or something. I'm not sure what song it is, so I can't really sing the tune, but he says, she's the prettiest girl that I've ever known, skipping down the halls till the whistle's blown. Lord, I've never seen such a beautiful sight, than her hair shining in your moonlight. And Aragorn says, hey, Maverick, what's the deal with Jenny Garth? I guess that's supposed to be your tip, that you can use the Jenny code? Like, that's not really documented. And when this game came out, we didn't have like a wiki that we could just browse to and find all the tips. So probably the Jenny code was like a word of mouth kind of thing. Like, hey, you can type Jenny in the forest. And then you have to know what to describe her as. It doesn't give you multiple choice. Kill Samian. So you have to know, well, she's a lady or a babe, or there's like several options, like maybe like 8 of them or so. But as you can see, I mostly use lady and babe. I think there's 1 or 2 others that I use occasionally. Mostly I just want the extra fight, or early on in the game I want the extra gold. Okay. Day 18. Will this be the day that I break free of level 8? Let's find out. Shep killed me. Oh, all this killing. Stop killing me, people. Fortunately, I can resurrect on a daily basis as well. It looks like not too many targets. Look at that. Their ranking list. It's just all dead people. Wow. Only LDOK is yeah, among like the upper half of the entire rankings. Only LDOK is alive. Seven gems, cool. By the way, anybody who would like to comment about their experiences with Lord, did you play this back in the day? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you like other games like Exidolus better, or maybe Usurper? I've tried those games and I can definitely see why they are kind of improvements in game design. But to me, it's almost like theoretical. Bottom line is I have more fun playing Lord. It's possible I just need to practice at those games more. And by the way, the Realm of Serion BBS has, I think, both of those games that I just mentioned. Realm of Serion is a great place, by the way. I totally recommend it. I haven't been on it in a while, but I'm sure it's still good. The guy running it, his name is Booch, and he has other co-sysops helping him out. He gives real prizes for winning the Lord tournament. He sent me a postcard once just to say hi. Really nice and cool. And this is probably obvious, but you don't have to pay anything to be a member. So he's doing this out of his own pocket just to have some fun with games like Lord and all the other games. And it's kind of for the love of it. And he tries to encourage players by providing the prizes, which is great because there's way too many BBSs these days that are just totally dead because it's just really hard to attract people. There are a lot of people who like BBSs still, but it's how do you keep people online? How do you attract them? And the prizes are a pretty nice thing. This is a pretty hoppin' Lord server, I would say. Not hugely. I mean, back in the day, you could see this ranking list. It might be like 6 screens long on a popular BBS. But, BBSs are like probably 95% eliminated because, the internet kind of wipes them out. It's just some people still like them. I kind of think they're obsolete for most intensive purposes, just not all the games have been replaced, right? You simply cannot have the same experience as Lord elsewhere. Although there is a website where you can play a web version of this called Legend of the Green Dragon. But that has a lot of players. But part of me likes kind of having a smaller community as well, rather than like a global Lord game. Anyway, I'm kind of just ranting. Let's see what's going on in the world of the game, actually. Looks like I have 5.4 gold at this point, which is nice. I think I'm still holding out for that elusive money doubler. And then wrapping up this day, I suppose. Yep. So onward to which day? Day 19. Who killed me today? Who did it? Dionysus killed me. Curse you, Dionysus. And I saw somebody killed by Earthshaker, who is one of the badasses of level 9. Earthshaker does a ton of damage. But here I am looking like a fool at level 8. I look like I'm stuck, but really, I am secretly hoarding wealth for the big push forward that I will do soon enough. Soon enough. Because that's the key, right? That's not the only key of the game, by the way, but I think that's I've said this before, but I think it's a fundamental strategy. Now, you need well-timed player kills. That's very helpful. Okay, cool. I found the princess. And 1280 experience and something else, which is 24 gems again. That's pretty nice. It's a nice boost there. I just got 11 more points in vitality. If you rewind a minute, you can see that I just got 11, right? 11 vitality. Now, if you look here, vitality is equivalent to defensive strength. I don't know why they use different terms in different places, but I just got 11, and I have 244 now. So that's just from one little event in the forest. That's a pretty significant percentage. Obviously, it's not like 25% or anything, but that's a decent boost right there. So it's really helpful to get those things. So here we have King Vidian again, and I will not budge from my strategy of running from him. I've probably gotten bitten too many times. Ask for a blessing from the fairies. A forest melody, that is. I got 640 experience, not that much really. I ignore the old man because I'm mean. Again, I ignore the old man. Screeching witch. King Vidian, go away. I hate you. It looks like I'm up to 6.1 million gold. 3 more forest fights. No money doubler today. So yeah, so overall you don't get it. You get it, I think, about once a week if you can hear Seth Abel every day. Obviously, if you die, you miss out on the opportunity to roll the dice. Giving a gem to the thieves. Fairy time again. Ask for a blessing of forest melody. 640 experience. Money, money, money. One more forest fight. The flowers. Blah, blah, blah. Geth. King Vidian again. Okay. And we're wrapping up the day with a violet flirtation. Do I do a fight? Probably pick on somebody in the fields. Some poor schmo. What am I doing here? I'm having menu problems again. Oh, looks like I'm bribing to kill Shep. He has a power axe. What is he, one level lower than me, I think? So I was able to beat him. Yeah, he was one level lower. Usually when you fight a player a level lower, uh, unless he has way better weapon and armor than you do, you can handle him okay usually. So I beat him, and now I should have enough experience to go to level 9, but is that what I'm doing here? Not sure. It looks like, wait, hold on. No, it looks like the answer is no, I'm going to the inn. That was the end of day 19. Now it's day 20. Do I get killed again? Probably. That seems to be the theme while I'm kind of at level 8 with my power axe and the 200k armor. Just get killed every day. Maverick killed me again. No. Ah, I see somebody getting killed by the sweet little girl. She is a monster of, I think, level 10. You don't want to mess with her. I'm rewinding. Yeah, Vlanch got killed by a sweet looking little girl. You don't want to mess with her. She does a ton of damage. Yeah, I just confirmed that he's at level 10, so. But Tentacle's at 11. I wonder if 11 is the level I'm thinking of. But I don't know. There's one level that's just not even worth playing. I will probably see soon enough. You'll see that I, in this game, will skip a level, so. But it looks like I'm not going for level 9 right now. I don't think 9 is the one that's worth skipping all the time, is it? Maybe it is. Maybe 9 is the one that you should skip. That one has, yeah, that's the one that has Earthshaker. It has somebody else really nasty too. After this day, I'm going to look up that information. I'm going to take a pause in recording. I've been going for an hour and 28 minutes straight, and then I'll take a break. To you, the viewer, you might not notice. Ah, look at that, look at that. Somewhere magic has happened. That is what it's all about, trying to get those to happen. Those events to somewhere magic has happened. Yay, 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 yay. Very happy. Well, I don't know how much money I had at the time. I think it was about 7 or maybe even 8 million. And now that has been doubled, so I guess 14 or 16 million. Yeah, it looks like I have 14.3 million. So at this time, what I will probably do, just guessing, because I know myself, I will probably figure, well, I can easily get one 4 million weapon or armor, and for the other, get the 10 million. And I'll start kicking everybody's butts. Probably people who killed me easily day after day will suddenly find me more difficult to fight. But let's see what I do. Withdraw it all. Sell the armor for 100k and buy. What am I going to buy? The 10 million? I tend to err on the side of, nope, I didn't do it this time. I bought 4 million. I was going to say I tend to err on the side of buying the armor being a little bit higher, because then it gives you the illusion of being a little weaker than you are, right? Because when people attack you, they only see the weapon you have. But I don't really follow that religiously or anything, as you can see. And I'm not sure how calculated this move was. Did I It can go the other way too. You can have a crystal shard, which is a 10 million, and then somebody finds you and it's like, whoa, he must have 10 million armor too. He's scarier than he really is. Okay, you know how to handle your crystal shard. Let's fight the boss, I guess. Or am I even doing that? Again, I don't really remember which is the level that you're supposed to skip. It's possible I'm going to hang out on 8. I think I am hanging out on 8, but I'm going to be massively overpowered for a level 8 person. Go to Dama's lair. I failed to find the princess. I found a hole again who committed foul deeds to my poor body. Let's leave it at that. King Vidian. I will take him on this time, I think. Yes, look at that. Totally owned King Vidian. Maybe that's why I stayed at level 8, just to get revenge on King Vidian. Okay, which castle this time? Nope, I am wrong again. I picked the P1, Penyon Manor, and I was wrong, unfortunately. Screeching Witch. Lord Mathis. I am nude under my armor. I'm just repeating what somebody commented, by the way. I'm not really nude here. Flirt with Violet. Kiss her hand again, because I'm not getting a lot of charm. I'm ignoring the old man quite a bit. Babe. Purple Monchichi. I have to show my son what a Monchichi is when he saw that monster in the game. It's like, whoa, what is that? I found like a commercial for them. And if you don't know what they are, you can Google for Monchichi right now. Okay, we are bribing. We're gonna murder. Syntax error. He has a lot of experience. Let's kill him. He has a wand's weapon. I have a better weapon. He's dead in one hit. Let's see, I did a... Oh, I used a sneaky move. Yeah, when you're one level below, you can use a special move. I probably said that before, but, you know, this kind of ensured I had no chance of dying. Did 1,163 damage. How much did he have? Like, how many hit points? Rewound a little bit. He had 530 hit points. So he did 68 to me, and then I did 1,163 to him. I got 847,102 experience. Hooray. So now I am withdrawing all my money for some reason. No, I deposited it. Okay. Don't know what that was about. Oh, we can bribe again. Did I have an extra kill? No, I backed out. Going to the inn, I guess. I am still at level 8, but I'm accumulating the experience, presumably to skip level 9. I will pause my recording here and check on whether that is the conventional wisdom or not to skip level 9. I think that must be it. So I'll pause once the day ends, basically. You should not notice as the viewer / listener. Okay, that was the end of the day. Okay, it is day 21. And before we proceed, I want to mention one thing. I was saying I was going to look up the level that it is generally advised to skip in Lord, and that turns out to be level 10, not level 9. I think that was my first remark earlier. I said I think you skip level 10 generally. Let's look at this though. But by the way, the source of that for me was the Nuclear Lord Wiki. You can Google for that if you'd like. It's called Nuclear Lord with a K instead of a C. And I think it was a specific Lord server that I think they adapted for the web, actually. So you did not necessarily play in a telnet window or an SSH kind of terminal. And but there's a lot of great useful information there that applies to Lord in general. It seems to not be totally accurate. I think they might have made some mods to it, or maybe it was for a slightly different version. But anyway, back on track. Let's see. Yeah, so Dionysus ran away from me, and Crystallis, whatever his name is, also ran away from me. Anybody else? Any other losers? No. So let's take a look at today. Yeah, Earthshaker, he is the dangerous one of the dangerous guys in level 9. He often hits really hard, and you can't do anything about it. Okay, other than that, pretty average stuff. But again, level 10 seems to be the one that you want to skip. Generally, that's the advice from the wiki, and I found after reading that it seems to work for me too. But I think that's what I'm doing in this video. So right now, let's review where I am. I'm recording this the next day. The last day was from a different real life day, basically. You really know how to handle your crystal shard. Okay, up to level 9 we go. 8 gems. Woohoo! Trade them in. Scallion Rep. It's the reverse of a rep scallion, I suppose. And its weapon is the way of hurting people. A bunch of gold, blah blah blah. Ape Man. I often wonder, would this game be more interesting if there was a little more tactical choices in a fight? Perhaps. But I think it is interesting that you do have to know when you should do something different other than pressing the A button to attack repeatedly. You have to know when you need to run, when you need to execute a sneaky move or other special move. Anyway, I'm rewinding because that was the Earthshaker. Let's find that fight again. Here we go. This is the dangerous guy that I mentioned. So it has 985 hit points, which is probably more than you're going to have at this level. As you can see, I have 530. And it hits really hard. So okay, so it could have been worse. This was a power move, meaning extra damage, and it did 238. I think my armor is pretty good for this level. That's probably why I actually survived that hit. I think generally an Earthshaker executing a power move is going to be really deadly, but then I killed it with a thieving skill. And this time I tried to catch a fairy. Not entirely sure what my logic here was. Probably simply that level 9 is pretty dangerous. So I opted to go for the fairy instead of try to get a horse from the blessing option. But it looks like I missed. Anytime you miss grabbing a fairy, you connect with a thornberry bush, and your hit points go down to 1. But damage like that isn't really bad as long as it doesn't kill you. If I had an option to make a patch, update this game a little bit, maybe make it so it's not just always a no-brainer to heal yourself after every fight, because relative to your total wealth, it's usually beans to pay for that, and it's just kind of the obvious choice. But anyway, yeah, fairy time again. This time, what happens? Another thornberry bush. Boo. A hemoglob. It must be some kind of a blood-like, like a red blood-like blob. That's what I imagine a hemoglob is. Another Earthshaker. I used the thieving skill again. I didn't want to mess around. Scallion Rep. Ernest Brown. I always wonder where some of these names come from. Is this like a guy he knew? Like a guy from school named Ernest Brown or something? Or a neighbor? Oh, it looks like I have achieved mastery in thieving. Let's rewind a little bit. Hopefully I rewound enough. I think I did. Back to Ernest Brown. So you can see I have the T. I have the T next to my name in the standings. That means I mastered thieving skills. You can still go higher though. There's like 2 levels of mastery. So the question becomes, do you want to, switch now or keep going? I used to not, back in the day, I used to not really realize you could keep going, so I would just switch every time I mastered. Every time I got that T next to my name. Okay, Seth Abel gives 3 more forest fights. I actually ran away from the Earthshaker. I'm not sure why. I could have used the thieving skill. It's possible I have something in mind for my 2 thieving skills. Perhaps it is that I want to kill somebody tough, and it is nice to have 2 thieving skills, provided you can actually use them. What I mean by provided I can actually use them is it a person who is equal or higher level? Okay, yeah, it looks like I'm going for Oddly Okay, who is level 10. So I probably wanted to make sure I had 2 thieving skills just in case, but as you can see, I only need 1. Sometimes I'm a little risk averse with that, and I tend to err on the side of caution. But I killed him in 1 hit. I did 112 damage. What did he have altogether, hit points wise? I just rewound. I'm always going to say that just to be clear, so it's not confusing. Although it should be obvious. And I missed it again. Whatever. I think he had something like 700. And so, as you can see, that was a very lucrative battle because I gained 3.7 million experience and a gem. So now I've got 5.2 million altogether. And I am the only alive person for now in this giant block of dead people at the top. Last I saw, Jenny was in the forest, Aragorn. I'm in the minority, I know, but I always thought she was ugly, in quotes. Old woman on the corner. I guess many women. They say, there is no dragon. The children all just ran away. Oh, good to know. Now we can stop killing the dragon. What am I typing here? There is no dragon. Only Zool. Okay, I knew I was gonna say that. I know my own bad jokes and Ghostbusters references. Okay, I'm just admiring the standings here. I don't think I'm gonna do anything else. Uh, did I hear Seth Abel yet? I think I did. Yeah, I definitely did. So it looks like it's the end of the day. Day 21 is over. The third straight week of Lord is complete. On to day 22. Let's see what happens. Who kills me? Maverick. I bet he kills me. Ah, look at this. Maverick has run away like a scared rat. And this is the day when I played, by the way. That's a good reference point. On May 15th, 2020, he says, "Dang, you have level 12 armor too." Laugh. I think he's wrong because I think level 12 corresponds to the 10 million and would actually have the 10 million weapon, but the 4 million armor. So I think he estimated a little bit wrong. What else we got here? Woo, see, this is what happens every time you do the thing where you're getting picked on a lot because you're saving money, you're hoarding money. As I mentioned a million times, that's my main strategy. And then once you make that big leap of an upgrade, everybody who's used to thinking you're a wuss comes and runs away or gets killed by you. So Demib attacked me and ran away, and so is the guy whose name is hard to pronounce. He did the same thing. Am I buying armor here? No, I think that was a mistake. I only have 1.3 million gold. The question is, do I go for oddly okay again? Because that would take me over the 10 million mark. And 10 million is all you need to get to level 12, and therefore leapfrog up to 12 and try to kill the dragon. And then, that's one dragon kill under your belt. If you can do all that. I'm pretty sure I was at least thinking it. At least thinking of killing him again. I don't know if I'm ready to go to 12. Quite possibly could be, though. So here we go. This is interesting because this guy Tentacle entered the realm. And when somebody else is online with you, they can attack you live, and you cannot. Let me think for a moment before I say the wrong thing. Basically, I think you can run away, but it's very risky. And according to the rules of levels, like same or higher, if you're fighting someone the same or higher, you can use one of your special skills, and therefore, if somebody is like one level lower, is it the same level or I don't, sorry, I'm drawing a blank. I'm forgetting if you can use it on the same level or not. Is it the same or over, or just only if the other guy is over? Anyway, whatever the case is, it can be dangerous. Somebody can attack you and ruin your day, literally ruin your day. Like, kind of just started the day here, and if Tentacle is able to kill me, I'll be in big trouble. So I usually, if someone logs in, I will quickly rush to get a room at the inn. I know it's kind of cowardly, but only if I think they can kill me easily, of course. If it's the opposite situation, I can kill them. I might jump in and attack them. So here I'm. Looks like I'm rushing to do it because let me see why. Yeah, he's level 11. Okay, and I'm only 9. Yeah, so he would have more inherent abilities. I might get in a special skill, a thieving skill attack, but he's going to be so much inherently stronger. So I'm probably fleeing the coop here at the moment before he can attack me. So I'm like scrambling to get the money out and go to the inn. And there we go. And now we have day 22, part 2. I logged in again later. Okay, I'm still alive. Whew. But Tentacle, what do you do? I'm rewinding. Sorry about that. You see in the daily standings, daily announcements. Sorry, it's called the daily happenings. What he did was he killed Oddly Okay, the guy who I was eyeballing. So I cannot kill Oddly Okay now. And he went up to level 12. Or she has become the ultimate warrior. So she level 12 and is poised to go for the dragon kill. It's quite possible she's, under equipped, however. Ape Man. So, yeah, I guess my plan here is just to kill stuff, probably. I cannot kill the guy who was my target. oddly okay. I could try to kill Tentacle, probably. I would have to level up to probably level 11. You wouldn't want to do that from level 9, attack a level 12 guy. You probably would not be successful. A pink elephant. Purple Monchichi, Rentaki's pet. Frankenmoose. Got a gem there. Gonna trade it in. I'll trade 2 in. Hemoglob. Free money, always good. Okay, so I'm analyzing the standings, and I think I am not opting to actually attack that guy, Tentacle, but let's see what I do. Oh, look, I got somewhere magic has happened. So it wasn't at the ideal time. I didn't have a huge hoard, but I did double my wealth to 3.9 million, so that's pretty good. I'm at level 10, which leads me to believe I'm going to go up to 11 now. And then maybe I will try to kill Tentacle. Interesting. Here we go. Gonna fight Gandalf. Gandalf the wizard. I wonder if he's gray or white in this case. Anyway, I killed him quickly. And now I'm level 11, so I'm poised to kill Tentacle at level 12. This could be a dangerous battle. Let's see. 17,600 gold to attack him. I just checked if he's in the fields. Obviously, he's not, but you have to look. So he's in the inn, and we're going to break in and kill him. Her, sorry. Tentacle, Wand's weapon. Okay, can handle that. I used a thieving and another thieving and did not even get hurt. Let's rewind a moment. Yeah, so she has Wand's weapon, which is actually weaker than the weapon I have, the Crystal Shard. Wand's weapon is the, I think it's the 1 million. I should have like the wiki on standby next to me so I can be ready to comment accurately. But, yeah, Wand's weapon is, let's take a look. Wand's weapon. Yeah, it's the 10th level. In other words, the 1 million. And the one I have is the 12th level, or the 10 million. Between those two is the Spear of Gold, is it? Sorry, I'm looking up things. I shouldn't read while I'm recording. Okay, let's go. All right, so first, yeah, look, she missed me completely, and my thieving skill, the ultra sneaky move, did 1,036 damage. Then I did another one, and it did 2,137 damage. Got an ultra sneaky move. In a scream of rage, you brandish your crystal shard wildly. The surprised tentacle misses a parry, and you are able to send your enemy's nose into the air with a smooth blow. I wouldn't think a nose severing alone would totally obliterate somebody, but I guess it would shock them very much and start some bleeding. Anyway, yeah, so 5.7 million gold, awesome. And that means I should have enough to attempt to go to level 12, I believe. Yep, so you need 10 million to go to level 12, so here we go, fighting Turgon. And now I'm ready to attempt the dragon. The way the dragon attacks work is you go into the forest and press S to search for the dragon. And it's usually not likely that you'll succeed unless you have really amazing equipment and a fairy. It's kind of a thing you just try every day. You keep trying every day and eventually you just get it. It's like going up to the plate and trying to smack a home run. You know, you don't do it every time. But each day you can try to beef up by attacking the level 12 monsters who are very rewarding in the gold department. So you can, again, accumulate weapons and armor, accumulate gold to get a better weapon and armor. Anyway, as you can see here, it has 15,000 hit points as opposed to my 1,680. And there's really not much chance of me succeeding here, but let's see what happens. Okay, so it kind of went off screen, but let's see if I can pause it. It killed me, but let's see what happened. So I did an ultra sneaky move and did 3255 damage, which is nice, but that really only knocked it down by about, I guess about 1/5 of its total health. And then it did 632 to me with its swishing tail. Now, one thing about the dragon is it has some weak attacks and strong ones. The strongest one is its fire breath. So if it's breathing fire on you, you're in trouble. Sometimes you succeed just because, by luck, the red dragon did not use the fire breath. Here it did 632 with the tail, and then what? Again, it's hard to see, but I guess I won't keep rewinding, but it did kill me. I'll put it that way. Level 23, day 23. I don't know why I always say that. It's a day, not a level, Mark. All right, so the idea is going to be to try to, first of all, experience is meaningless at this point. Level 12 is the highest. Experience doesn't really help you. Um, Mutated Black Widow is a dangerous one. So yeah, level 12 is very lucrative. There are some dangerous enemies to fight here. And again, the idea is going to be hoard gold, accumulate gold, try to save up and get better weapon and armor. And each day, just go for the dragon again. Getting a fairy can be critical in the process. If you can grab a fairy, then awesome. That's an extra life. So if the dragon kills you, you get to start fresh with a full set of hit points and without the dragon healing. So yeah, that's one of the dangerous guys is the Great Ogre of the North at level 12. But as you can see, Mutated Black Widow is another dangerous one. She does a ton of damage. So that was unfortunate. I missed out on a lot of forest fights because it was early in the day. I think I was on about maybe the fifth or sixth fight, and I didn't get a chance to even attempt the dragon. But c'est la vie, right? Not every day goes perfectly in Lord. Onward to day 24. Let's try this again. That's another dangerous one. I saw in the daily happening somebody got killed by a Corinthian giant. That one's like pretty much an auto run away unless you're really, really powerful. Like what I mean is you want to run away. Dark Elf. Creepy event. It's Olivia again. Fortress Lytics. And Maverick has entered. Do I run away again like a chicken? I guess not. Not sure what level Maverick is offhand, but I apparently deemed him not too dangerous a threat. By the way, if you notice, when I exchanged my gems, I got strength there. Because basically with the dragon, you want to just eke out every bit of damage you can. So while I generally go for vitality, when I'm at level 12, I tend to go for strength. You want to just get in every hit point you can. And the way, usually just incrementally improving your defense isn't too helpful at this point. And to be honest, incrementally improving your offense isn't going to make a huge difference, but I think it's better. The better of the two options. The Screaming Eunuch. Great Ogre of the North. And one thing you have to do, by the way, you're going through these monsters at level 12. You have to decide, do I really have any hope of beating the dragon? And if so, do I want to save my special skills, like my thieving skills? I opted to save only one, it looks like, which is usually not enough to beat the dragon. So, you kind of punt. You consider this day just a way to build up your money, and maybe there's a ghost of a chance that you could actually beat the dragon. And that did not last long. It just popped off my head. Day 25. $9.8 million in the bank. People are getting killed all over the place at these dangerous high levels. Kaltorak. Kaltorak is the meat wall of level 12. The guy who doesn't really hurt you much, but he has a ton of hit points. I don't know why they actually have that kind of guy in the game. They should make him a little stronger offensively, probably. But maybe they're there just in case somebody is, a player is underpowered a little bit offensively. At least they have a chance of killing somebody. Because you could theoretically get totally stuck on a level if you did not play your cards right as far as weapon and armor purchases. And, you're basically underpowered. So generally there are some very weak enemies that you could at least kill on every level. But some of them, the meat wall guys still give you a decent amount of experience in gold, even though they're kind of harmless. But I guess what I'm getting at is if you are underpowered, they might not be so harmless, but they might be manageable. All right, I used a skill on the Great Ogre of the North that he gives you 500k each time you beat one of those. So that is good. The Black Wire, what's its name? The Horrible Black Wire or something like that. That one gives you a lot of money. I think it gives you 1 million. Might be wrong about that, but I think that's the most. Here we go. Humongous Black Wire. It gives you. Hold on, let's go back. I don't think it's 1 million. I think it was 600,000. Yeah, 653,000 gold. That is quite a nice chunk of change, and it's not even that dangerous compared to some of the other guys in this level. It's not as dangerous as the Great Ogre of the North, or the Corinthian Giant, or the Black Widow, mutated Black Widow. So Maverick is at level 12 too, by the way. He must be attempting to kill the dragon daily too. I haven't found any opportunities to grab fairies yet, so that is disappointing a little bit. That's how it goes, you know. Generally, it's like, on average, you do it. Oop, he killed me again. Day 26. But what I was saying was, on average, you don't really necessarily get an opportunity to grab a fairy daily. I would say it's like every maybe 30 or 40 forest fights on average. So that could be like every 2 or 3 days, but sometimes they cluster together. You get lucky. Mutated Black Widow. I didn't mess around. I used a thieving skill. Ugh. I ran away from the Corinthian Giant. It smacked me hard, but then I got away with the second attempt to run. 2 extra forest fights. Here's the free money guy. Humongous Black Wire. Kaltorak is the meat pile, the meat wall. Mutated Black Widow. I'm not messing around with her again. I'm using the thieving skill. And that's something you can always do in this game, because it's hard to have every enemy memorized, but if you see that given my current weapon, armor, and level, I have a probably decent chance at dying to this thing because I've done it before, then you know what the risk is. It can happen. So unfortunately, I'm burning through my thieving skills, just killing these Black Widows. But I'm still kind of at the point where killing the dragon is unlikely. So I'm kind of in the mode of, well, I'm just gonna accumulate money and just attempt the dragon because there's no reason not to. By the way, to explain that a little bit, there's basically no reason to stay alive because your experience is meaningless at level 12. So you might as well attempt the dragon every time. It's like, even if you have like a 1% chance, you might as well do it. Even if you have a 0% chance, you're not being alive will mean that somebody else cannot kill you and take your experience, essentially. Like, by being dead, someone can't leverage killing you to their advantage. But let's see how long it takes for me to actually kill this dragon. It can be a while. Sometimes people get stuck on this for weeks. I don't think I usually get stuck for that long, but it killed me fast again. But day 27's up. But yeah, sometimes it just takes a lucky break. Sometimes you have to keep persisting with your upgrades, and eventually, your luck will turn. It's about making the luck work in your favor by getting those upgrades. But that fairy is pretty critical. And as I mentioned before, some people actually try to get a horse for the dragon fights, so that if the dragon kills the horse, then you automatically kill the dragon. It's very strange that that's possible, but it's kind of cool in a way. And it seems like it would be very difficult to attempt intentionally, like actually make it happen. It's about luck, basically. And the way that you get a horse is by, when you find the fairies, you do not try to capture when you ask for a blessing. So that means you're throwing away an opportunity to get a fairy for resurrection purposes. So it's kind of like, why would you do that? But I guess if you've already gotten a fairy today, for the day, and then you find another group of fairies, you could try that. If you had a horse and a fairy, then that's kind of wow. Those horses wind up dying fairly often. It's not guaranteed though. So it's like every time the enemy hits you, there's a chance of them using the death crystal and the horse saves you, sacrifices itself. And now that I'm thinking about it, look, I'm making a comment. Humongous Blackwire is your friend on level 12. That's true. But now that I'm thinking about it, I think I recall reading about a strategy where basically you go all out on the armor, but not on the offense, so not on the weapon. You spend no money on the weapons basically at level 12. And the idea is you try to maximize the number of times the dragon hits you, but you can cushion the blow because you have such strong armor. And the idea is you'll get a horse, and you're maximizing the number of hits, each one being a roll of the dice. Does it kill the horse? And then therefore you kill the dragon. It's a very strange strategy. I can't imagine it would work more often than the kind of straightforward method, but it's kind of ingenious. I wouldn't mind trying it once for kicks. All right, so we have finished our main bunch of forest fights. Did we hear Seth Abel? I wasn't quite catching that. Attack the dragon. Oh, very quick death. Day 28. Red dragon has killed. Syntax error. Who else got killed? So I have 35 mil in the bank. That would translate to a very nice amount if I get the money doubler. And as you can see with every fight, I'm really raking it in. So I might be at 40 million very soon. And that would be a convenient number. 40 and 40 weapons and armor would be pretty good to have. Sometimes I go all out and save for the 100 million of each. I rarely go for the 400 million. If you can't beat the dragon before getting the 400 millions, you got really unlucky or you're doing something wrong. So basically it's the highest level weapon and armor each are 400 million. They cost 400 million. And then one level below that costs 100 million. So I feel like you should be able to wrap it up if you have, say, both 100 millions. And by the way, the wiki has a nice chart. It tells you your odds of beating the dragon given your weapon, armor, whether you have a fairy. I think they even have a variable for the horse. I'm not sure though. Like the weird horse strategy I was talking about. Mutated Black Widow. Ooh. I decided not to use my thieving skill, and that was pretty close. Okay, I'm at 40.9 million in the bank. That's pretty good. Now I should be at 41 million after that last fight. I gained a thieving skill use, so that's good. Violet is flirting with people again. I'm so tired. Will you escort me to my room, Shep? I'm pondering. I am highlighting the 41 million. As if to say, I don't know what. That I really want to double that? I don't know. I guess I was pondering, do I want to spend it? Probably not, knowing myself. Day 29. Can we do this very soon? I hope so. If we get a money doubler today, then maybe. Low spirits today. Everybody getting killed. Red Dragon kills Tentacle. Red Dragon kills Maverick. Syntax Error was killed by the mutated Black Widow, so he did not have a chance to kill the Red Dragon today. Extra user battle. Oh, look at that. The Black Unicorn did a power move with his shredding horn for 1819 damage. So, wow, early on kill. Was that the first fight? If not, it was very early. And the Black Unicorn shut down my day very quickly. Day 30. $50 million in the bank at this point. Remember, you get 10% interest every day in the bank, so that's really nice. Three more for yeah. I was going for hearing Seth Abel first, because as you've seen, there is significant risk in the fights, the forest fights, and I was hoping just to maximize my listenings to Seth Abel the Bard. I kind of had enough of dying, I guess. And I was like, well, I'm going to just hear it early. You know, if I can get 50 million up to 100 million, that's really great. And just to have the opportunity to do that is great. So, you know, I could easily die. I don't want to blow that opportunity. But it did not pan out today. Okay, the usual fights, blah, blah, blah. Two-headed Rottweiler. How did they get into level 12? That's one of the low-level guys, like the weaker guys that they throw in just so you're not stuck, I guess. Or the other perspective is if you are capable of fighting, you know, the general monsters on this level, then those guys are kind of wastes of your fight. They're like, oh crap, I got a Rottweiler again. What a waste. Anyway, these guys are great though. The humongous black wire. Yeah, I think the 1 million gold is from the Corinthian giant, come to think of it. But they are really dangerous, so that's certainly not a freebie. Oof, that was close. Look at that. 57 hit points I was down to from the mutated Black Widow. They are very. Oh, look, a Screaming Unit got me. Oh. Okay, to briefly summarize the events of this video, which is part 3. So we played through day 14 through day 30 of the Lord Tournament hosted by the Realm of Serion BBS. Our character, NeonPeon, hoarded a lot of wealth at level 8, which is a good level to hang around at and accumulate your wealth. So we did that for a while until day 20, when we had about 7 million gold in the bank, at which point we got a well-timed somewhere magic has happened event. So at that point I was able to afford the 10 million weapon and the 4 million armor and zoom on upward to level 12. And at that point we were able to begin the what initially feels like Sisyphean attempts to kill the dragon on day 22. And lastly, things got a little bit hairy on level 12 as we were killed by Black Widows and Unicorns and Eunuchs, oh my! Black Widows and Unicorns and Eunuchs, oh my! Here are NeonPeon's current stats as of about the end of this video. Please, as always, let me know what you think of this video and this whole crazy playthrough that I'm doing in the comments. I welcome your feedback, and if you enjoy this silly kind of a thing, a full tournament playthrough of Lord, please support me by liking and subscribing. I'm not asking for any money here, don't worry. That's all, folks. Until part 4, take care.